What is going on, Outriders? Welcome to another Outrider video, guys. Today I'm going to tell you guys where you need to spend and prioritize your PAX points for each individual build. Whether you're a Devastator, a Pyromancer, Technomancer, or a Trickster, you're going to want to make sure that you're putting the points and allocating the points to the right nodes. I'm going to tell you guys for each individual class where you're going to go ahead and put him and what is the best path to take. So with that being said, guys, let's jump into our character and take a look at his packs. Now, for those of you who might be new to the game, first time playing, as you guys know, now we have 3 different things to actually level up. If you're new to the game, then you're probably still leveling up your character. If you're a returning player, your character's already fully leveled up, but you now have access to packs and ascension points. In this video, we're going to be covering the packs, but I also have a video going over the ascension points that you guys are definitely going to want to check out. Let's go over to the PAX points. Now, one thing that you need to know about PAX points is you get a total of 5 different points that you're able to spend accordingly to wherever you want. If for some reason you already spent your points, you can always go ahead and click, escape or back on the D-pad, and that's going to let you go ahead and reset those points. Now, the cool thing about the PAX points, guys, is you get a total of 5, but you're always able to reset in case you already messed up. So hopefully, if you guys are watching this video early, you're not going to mess up. If you're watching this video late, well, then make sure you guys hit the back or the escape button to, reset your points to put it in the right perspective. So for the Devastator, guys, the best skill option to go is not the top. It's going to be the bottom. The reason why is the top is going to give you a lot of bonuses when it comes to weapon and firepower. Unfortunately, the Devastator firepower right now, as it states, is not like the best priority. Anomaly Devastator is the way to go. And until we get a very nice build, and with this whole tier apocalypse gear and having the whole set of different mods, I'm pretty sure we'll come up with something. But as of right now, guys, in the meantime, the bottom one is the way to go. Now, what is the best path to take is the one that I actually have here highlighted. I'm going to show you guys why. So we're picking up impact points. What this is going to allow you to do is your earthquake skill, guys. So basically any seismic and the kinetic skill, which is what we're pretty much using, which is our earthquake and our gravity leap, which are the ones we're using here. That's going to increase our anomaly by 30%. Come on, that's a no-brainer. Then, guys, we have obliteration, which is going to increase your anomaly power and your resistance piercing by 6%. And in addition to that, each enemy, it's going to get increased and bonused up to 3%, up to an additional 9% for 2 seconds. So you're basically stacking this up. Next up, guys, we're going with this one, which is going to become Earthen Shell. Damage dealt with skill is converted to shield, so that makes you super tanky. You pretty much never die with this setup. Now, the only option would be this one, that your seismic afflicts bleed, but we're already picking that up with one of our skills and with one of the mods, so we really don't need this one. So we're good to go. Next, we're picking up upheaval. What this is going to do is that enemies that are damaged with seismic, or in other words, earthquake, are going to become upheaved in the air. So that means that they're going to be floating in the air. And the cool thing about it is not so much that. The cool thing is that for 2 seconds, it's going to store 25% of the damage received during that time. And it's going to release it once the effect is ended. So you're going to hit them. They're going to go up in the air. When they come down, they get 25% more damage. Really awesome. Last but not least is the multi-striker. This is what makes this super duper OP. 30% of the damage dealt by the earthquake or seismic skill is stored and added to your next seismic ability. Remember, we have a total of 3 different sets of earthquakes, right? The effect resets every time you release your stored damage. So, bam, 25, bam, 25, bam, 25. You guys get the gist. This is extremely OP. Now, there's other routes you can take, but I've tested all of them, and I got to tell you, this is the best one for the Devastator. Now that we covered the Devastator, let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at the other character, the Pyromancer. All right, so here we are with the Pyromancer. Now, for the Pyromancer, guys, there are 2 sets of skill tree, and out of the 2 sets of skill tree, the bottom one is the one that you're going to go with. The reason why is this is mostly focused on resistance and also volcanic rounds. Now, the thing with volcanic rounds currently right now, I haven't been able to put a very good build together where volcanic rounds is actually pretty effective. And compared to the other classes that have, anomaly infused weapons or armor or, bullets, this one kind of falls a little bit short. So anomaly is the way to go with the Pyromancer, and you want to make sure that with the Pyromancer you have one thing, and that is your skills active at every single time and increasing that anomaly power. That's why we go bottom tree here, because here, guys, we have melting point, which is going to increase your resistance piercing by 15% when above 80% and by 30% when below 40%. So that means you're going to be doing a good amount of mitigation right there. In addition to that, guys, it's going to go ahead and go with Master Exploder. So any explosion skill is going to increase, it's going to be increased 100% of your resistant piercing, which is really good. The other option would be to go this one, which is activating an ignite skill, increases your status power by 10%. It's pretty good, but I still think this one's a little bit better. Then, guys, we go with reduce all skill cooldown by 4 seconds when all your skills are in cooldown for 5 seconds. So that means, guys, you're going to get your skills fast more effectively. So you're going to be able to spam them more, which is what we want to do with a Pyromancer. And then with that one, guys, you're going to reduce your skill cooldown by 15%. And then on top of that, we're going to activate skills. Activating a skill has 30% chance to reset all skills cooldown by 5 seconds cooldown. So you guys are getting the gist here. This particular tree makes you become super spammy and have your skills active almost indefinitely with the Pyromancer, making it really powerful and very potent. With that being said, let's take a look at the Trickster. All right, so now on to the Trickster. Now for the Trickster class, guys, we have two options, top tree or middle or bottom one. Bottom one is actually, I don't know if it's bugged, but I have tested it out, and the only really good option is this one down here. But for some reason, I'm not being able to proc what it says it procs. So the best option currently right now for the Trickster is going to be up here. And the reason is because we're going to be using a lot of pretty much damage skills, and which are, you know, of course, our anomaly bullets and or our twisted rounds. And this allows us to pick even more damage when it comes to using these using that ability. So for example here, it says damaging enemies with damage skill or twisted rounds increases your damage by 15% for 5 seconds. That's a really good option right there. In addition to that, we have adaptation, which is activating skills grants you 15% anomaly power or firepower for 5 seconds. So we're picking up another 15%. And on top of that, guys, we are going to be given the option that when we activate a skill, it's going to grab the shield, so making us super tanky when we go to those close quarter combat. Then we have Harrowing, which is going to increase our resistant piercing by 10% for each enemy in close range. So that's really good. So the more enemies that are close to each other, the more damage we're going to be able to get, or more resistant piercing we'll be able to get. And last but not least, guys, we're picking up Spectral Spike, which is damage skills. So twisted rounds have a 100% chance to deal additional damage equal to 15% of your anomaly power. And since we're kind of running an anomaly build, this is going to be very exponential because it's going to allow us to steal, pretty much stack, dealing more than 750% damage in 1 second cooldown. So really effective and really powerful. Now, let's head on to our Technomancer. All right, so now on to our Technomancer. Now, for our Technomancer, guys, via the PAX tree, we're definitely going to want to go to the top. The reason why is we get one of the best options and things that has changed the world Technomancers that I looked at, because now they're actually really, really awesome. So no longer are we going to be dependent too much on the firepower build, you know, where our anomaly rounds. Right now, we're going to be getting a lot of stuff from our turrets, and that's because of this particular nod that we're going to talk about. So we have initial strike. Activating skill increases your anomaly power. So just think about that. Activating your skill, which is going to be your blighted rounds, right, or your turrets, it's going to increase your anomaly power or firepower by 10% for 5 seconds. This is the one that makes everything go kabunkers, because when you activate your ordnance skills, so basically your turrets, the skill is going to inflict toxic, which we already had. Now, enemy that's hit by toxin is going to be dealt an additional 5% of your anomaly power. So if your anomaly power is pretty high, it's going to be applying 5% of that damage to every single enemy that has toxin. Now, it's going to refresh when the toxin applies. But in addition to that, guys, if we keep going up here, we have Painkiller, which is going to damage an enemy, grants you 2% health. So you're getting your health back. But what makes this even better is that enemies that are inflicted by toxin have the advantage of having other status effect applied to them. So you could apply Burn, Ash, just by applying toxin. That means that you guys are going to be able to tap into every single mod that has more damage to Ash, more damage to Burn. You guys get it? Crazy, crazy OP. Last but not least, guys, you deal 5% more damage to enemies for every status inflicted. So since we're inflicting every single status to the enemy, with this, we're getting extra damage, and our anomaly is being placed on top of that with the toxin that's being applied. So it's really, really powerful. So for the Technomancer, you're definitely going to want to go to the top tree, and of course turrets and anomaly power techno is the way to go. Now, if you guys want to make sure you guys get your Devastator ready, you want to make sure how to level up fast, you want to know what builds are better, what mods are better, check out the videos that are popping up right now on the screen, guys. You guys are not going to be disappointed. Really good content here on the channel, so make sure I keep it locked here. Now, we are streaming once again, guys, so if you guys are going to need help getting carried, Make sure you guys stop by the stream, consider becoming a member. We really appreciate it. And if you're looking to purchase Outriders, click that link down below so you guys can purchase it with our code. It does help us out a lot. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video.